Alright, so, if I told you there was a guy who could create entire worlds with just pen and paper, who also went on to inspire other people who create their own worlds that would inspire more and more and more people, that giant chain, what would you think? Well, hey, it turns out the guy actually exists. Genndy Tartakovsky, right? He is one of the main inspirations for me wanting to become an animator and an artist in general, right? And I feel that I'm very good. At least I feel like I'm qualified to talk about it because I've grown up with cartoons, and most of them were Genndy Tartakovsky's. These were things that just grew up with me. These were things that I've always spent time watching and just getting absorbed into. And also, I did an entire week of research on the guy, so I think you know what I'm talking about at this point. So let's talk about Genndy Tartakovsky, right? So he was born in Moscow originally, but then moved to Italy and then finally to America when he was 7, right? When he was born in January 17th, 1970, right? So when he finally got to the U.S., he there learned about cartoons and comic stuff because in Moscow in the 70s, you're probably gonna find out about all that stuff, right? So when he got there, he couldn't really draw at all, which is a giant leap from where he is now. Said in an interview that he couldn't even draw a circle. So eventually, his father passed away at 16. And that kind of set him off to want to become a businessman to support his entire family, right? However, when he actually got to college, something kind of went wrong. See, he signed up for an advertising class. However, he did it late. So he only had a small choice of classes to go to, so he decided to just do animation on a whim. And it turned out he was pretty good at it because eventually, after going from his original college in Columbus, he went to Cal Arts in Los Angeles, where he met up with Craig McCracken, creator of Powerpuff Girls, and his friend Rob Renzetti, who made My Life as a Teenage Robot. 2 very big cartoons, right? While there, he actually developed the original pilot of Dexter's Laboratory with Craig McCracken, right? So then we get to after he graduates. Now, his first job is over in Spain, working on Batman the Animated Series, right? However, over there, his mother dies, which really sucks, but he keeps going. And while working at that Batman animated series job, that's what kind of motivates him and gives him work ethic. That's what makes him want to work hard and harder to get better in the animation industry. So after that, Craig McCracken, working on 2 Stupid Dogs at Hanna-Barbera, decides to get over Robert Renzetti and Genndy because he's like, okay, well, these are 2 of my friends from CalArts, and they're very good, right? And so when they came over to Hanna-Barbera, that's when Genndy started working on the actual full show, Dexter's Lab, which went on to get nominated for an Emmy, right? Then he went on to work on Star Wars Clone Wars around 2003, back between Star Wars Episode 2 and 3, thanks to George Lucas, right? And then finally, his big first debut series that he got to do like all by himself was Samurai Jack. And Samurai Jack went on to win an Emmy and was regarded as one of his biggest and best series, right? He also went on to finish it up with season 5 back in 2017, right? After that, he went on to make another series called Symbiotic Titan, which did pretty well, but unfortunately only got 1 season on that Cartoon Network, right? And then he got his first debut film, which was Hotel Transylvania, right? He got to direct it, get involved in the art style, all that good stuff. And you can really tell from the actual movie, which is, like I said, very good if you're someone like Genndy Tartakovsky, an artist. You want people to know that, hey, this is you, this is what you can do, right? And so, after that, he went on to make 2 more because of the success of the first one, right? Made a whole series, right? And his latest work is Primal, which is on Adult Swim, and it's about a caveman living in, caveman times. It has a bunch of action, dinosaurs, all that good stuff, right? So, in all, the reason why I decided to say all this is just because I feel that Genndy Tartakovsky is one of the most influential animators out there, at least for modern animation and stuff, and inspired a bunch of people to make their own series and all that good stuff, right? His art style is super diverse, it's super recognizable, and it's super influential. And And overall, I just feel like he's one of the best examples of why I think animators should just, in animation in general, should be taken more seriously as an art form. Because people always like to think of animation just as some kid stuff or just only for cartoons, when in reality, it can tell an entire story, it can make people feel things. It's something that is just more than just childish. And I want to do something myself to make people realize that. And he's the giant inspiration of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Man,